Hello, lovely people of YouTube. I'm so glad you came back on Wednesday for a brand new video. So as you might have seen in the title, this video is all about Colourpop. Colourpop has been all over my Instagram feed, all over my Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, everything. All of my social media for the last few weeks. And so I decided, let me see what the hype's all about. And so I bought 3 shades of Colourpop and I'm going to show you guys my 3 favorite looks that I've done with them. Originally, I was going to do 3 summer shades for these, but then I realized that I can't really do summer with these because my taste in lipstick is not very nude like this. This is a lip gloss. It's not from Colourpop. This is just one I got. I think it's from Milani. But the ones I bought, they're kind of more fall, winter, kind of darker shades. So this is now going to be like just how I style these instead of a summer inspiration-wise way to do it. Surprisingly, these are really cheap. I got 2 of the matte ones and 1 of the satin ones, which is kind of like a demi matte in a way. I am really into matte lipsticks, but like I always kind of buy like the satin ones or the semi-sheer ones that are kind of more glossy than they are matte, and so these are kind of like my first 2 matte ones. I have a couple other ones. One's from Sephora and one's from somewhere else, probably Rimmel London, but these are actually amazing. They're only $6 a piece. I will link them down below for you guys so you can see what the heck it's about if you decide to go and look at them yourself. So I'm gonna go from this to completely bare face, and I'm gonna go from base to full face each time, so you guys get 3 different tutorials in one. So this is a tutorial video and a review. I will be talking about each one of these separately as I go through them, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, or you can subscribe, which is down below right above the description, or you can subscribe right here next to my face. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, so stay tuned for the tutorial.
Hey guys, okay, so welcome to my first tutorial. This one will be showing you how to style the LAX shade. So first things first, I do my foundation. I love this Sephora foundation, especially during the summer because it has more of a red undertone. My Dura one has more of a tan undertone, and so this one really matches my skin tone better when it gets darker, especially when I'm outside a lot like I am right now. I put on a lot of makeup now, but it actually blends out very evenly, which is something that I love about this foundation. And it's a brand new brush, so I didn't know how it would hold up, but it held up really well. So you all know this product very well. It's my Supergoop setting mist, and so I use this after I do my foundation, so that at the end, because for my liquid foundation I like to help it sit more, and then I put my blush on, and it while it's still a little bit wet, and so it all kind of stays and mattifies everything. So next up, I have to whip my brows into shape. This is the Essence Makeup Brow Mascara, and so I just lightly put it on my brows and it gives them a whole new shape, and it goes from drab to fab in a matter of seconds, which is part of why I love this. And it's also a liquid instead of a powder or some other format or pencil, and so it's a little bit easier to control personally, and it's just an amazing product. And then I move on to my eyeshadow, and this is the Sephora Color Anthology. I really never use this palette because I don't really wear eyeshadows that much, but I decided today that when I'm experimenting with color, I'm going to use it, and so I do a base with a brown for this look because it's a darker burgundy shade. After I finished up with the eyeshadow, I moved on to my liner. This is a new MAC liquid liner that I bought while I was in the airport one day, and it's an amazing liquid liner and it's super easy to control, unlike some of the other ones. And I just draw a very simple eyeliner for this look because I don't want to make it too heavy or anything like that. And for my final step, I put on the lipstick. This is the LAX shade from Colourpop, and it's probably my favorite out of the three I bought. It's a nice burgundy shade, and it does go on really easily. It's one of the matte ones, so it stays on for a long time. The day I bought these, I wore it to an event, and it was stayed on the whole time. And the only problem I have found with these is that they do run off on your teeth if you put on a little bit too much, but that's something that can be avoided very simply and very easily, and can also be fixed really easily. I love this lipstick. This is probably the one I'm going to use the most out of the three, and the one I'll probably end up ordering again and again and again, but it's really worth the $6 for this one especially. So after I take all my makeup off, and like right now when I am starting from ground zero and building my way back up, I have to moisturize my face. I use 2 oils from the Body Shop to keep my face hydrated and moisturized all day long, and these are normally night oils, but I use them in the day just as the same. And so I just put a couple drops of each on my hands and I rub it all over my face, and then I am good to go. Then I start reapplying my foundation in the same manner that I did before, putting little dots around my face and then just brushing outwards towards my hairline and towards my chin. Then I do my brows, because brows are an essential for any look that I do personally. They just kind of make or break a look, and I use all the same products whenever I do it. And then I go into my eyeshadows. So again, popping out the Sephora Color Anthology, but this time I am not using a brown base. I am going to be using an orange base. And so I use one of the top oranges, and it might seem like a little weird to use this with a blue, but it turns out really nicely actually. And so Petit Four, which is the shade of Colourpop that I'm using for this look, is a blue kind of gunmetal shade. And so for this one, I'm gonna do kind of a more futuristic look. And so I use the orange very lightly, I don't use a lot of it, around my eyes and just dust it around, kind of giving it a nice little base to build off of. Then I pop over to the slate metal gray, gunmetal type color that is at the bottom of the same side, and I put that right over the top of my eyes, and that is what really makes this look pop. And then right after I am done with the eyeshadow, I reapply my eyeliner and my mascara. I'm still using the MAC and the Maybelline products, and they're both so great. This liquid liner goes swimmingly with eyeshadow, and I wouldn't even know it was there, unlike a pencil or some other liquid eyeliners that I've tried. And the same with the mascara. The mascara is great when you have a little bit of eyeshadow everywhere and it's all over my eyelids. It just darkens my eyelashes so much and helps them grow and to be super long and super strong. And now for the liquid lipstick. This is the Petit Four shade, which is a demi matte, which is the only one that I bought like this, but it's a very pretty shade, even though it looks kind of weird. This is something I would use probably more once the summer ends, fall begins, winter begins. Kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, but I love this shade. I bought it because I thought it was a darker shade originally. It looked more like an actual blue, but it's really not. It's more of a gunmetal meets blue runoff or blue rust, which is okay. And I can create looks like this that are kind of futuristic, and it's a very nice shade, and it's really pretty actually once you have it on and you figure out what to wear with it. Hey guys, okay, so this is the last of the 3 looks. This one I'm going to be looking at another shade from Colourpop. It's a purple, and so now I'm just doing my foundation. I'm just touching it up a little bit more. Okay, it'll come off a little bit around my brows, and I'm refixing my brows, of course, because my brows are very important. And I'm just touching up my makeup at this point because this last look is very simple, very easy. It's more of a natural look, even though I'm going to make it more into a fancy look. My blush has gotten too much powder on that brush. Okay, for this one, I'm going to be using that same orange shade and putting some of the orange all over the top of my eye. I am not the best with eyeshadow, but for this one, I knew that I wanted to have more of a subtle look that kind of turned into a smoky eye. And for some reason, I thought this would be a good idea. You really won't be able to see the orange by the end of it because I'm going to add some other colors on top. But for now, the orange is what I started with as a base. Then I am adding on a yellow and mixing it with one of the gold kind of glitter shades that I have on that palette. And so it creates like a very nice golden hue. And so originally it came out as like an orange and gold smoky eye contrast, but I'm about to add some other colors to this to make it more dark so it fits the shade of the lipstick. So as you can see, I'm adding a black now, and that is to darken everything. I'm putting it in the crease of my eye this time because I don't want to put too much on. And I'm just kind of going around my eye and putting it in the crease on both sides. And then once I do the other side, when I have a little bit less powder on the brush, I'm going to go through and smooth it out and blend it. So the last thing I'm doing is adding a purple. This purple is really nice because it almost matches the lipstick when I add it to the other things, and it's a really good shade that kind of brightens everything up and gives the look a little bit more color. Now that my eyeshadow is on, I'm going to redo my eyeliner and my mascara. This is just really simple, drawing a line and creating a pointing at the end. I like doing this one because it's a little bit more fancy than the other ones, but honestly, I could see going pretty simple with it like the other ones, just the same. So this Colourpop shade is called Zipper. It's a cool purple shade that I really love. I really don't own a lot of purple or colorful lipsticks like this, and so I think this one would work really well in the summer months and also in the winter time. This one is another matte, and so it will go on really easily. I learned the hard way not to put too much on, and so this one I just put a very light coat and press my lips against each other, and then I might add a little bit more on later in the day if it comes off. But these last for hours on end, and so I really love these lipsticks actually because they are great quality for the price of what I'm buying them for. So I really hope that you guys love this lookbook, and let me know in the comments below, and come back on Sunday for a brand new video. Bye guys.